Ice and Fire was founded in 2003 by playwright Sonia Linden. The company sees theatre as the natural medium to communicate stories that make real and relevant the impact of human rights issues on our everyday lives.
The first play that Ice and Fire did was a play that I wrote while I was at the Medical Foundation for the Care of Victims of Torture, which is a human rights organisation where I was writer-in-residence for a number of years. And the play was called I Have Before Me a Remarkable Document Given to Me by a Young Lady from Rwanda. While I was there, I was helping people to write out their experiences, but I was very keen also to try and get their stories into the public domain through their own writing. And also possibly through mine, and that really seeded the idea for a theatre company, to create a theatre company that could put into the public domain these quite remarkable stories.
Ice and Fire productions have been seen by over 6,000 people. Welcome to Ramallah, a co-production with York Theatre Royal, had a sellout season in London in 2008 and had its US premiere in San Diego in 2009. Crocodile Seeking Refuge toured the UK in 2006 to venues including Royal Exchange Manchester after successfully opening the Lyric Hammersmiths mixed season in 2005. Young Lady from Rwanda not only sold out its original productions, but has now been performed all over the world, including 25 productions in the United States.
Well, can I give you my writing now? Then you can show me my mistakes.
Juliet, I brought you here to get away from all of that for a bit.
But I need my writing lessons, Simon. I need to learn so I can make my book good.
Production is for essentially a general theatre-going public, and depending on the theme of the play, there will be specific groups that we go to. So for example, last year's production was Welcome to Ramallah, which is about the Israel-Palestine conflict, and there were lots of people who were interested and involved in that, who came to see the work, and we followed that up with post-show discussions, which, you know, attracted a lot of attention.
Ice and Fire's projects are divided across 4 strands: production, participation, education, and outreach, also known as Actors for Human Rights.
We launched the outreach project called Actors for Human Rights in mid-2006, and ever since then we've been going all around the country, and we've been to about 70 different towns and cities. We've reached over 20,000 people. There's a network of over 450 professional actors in Actors for Human Rights, and we respond to requests for rehearsed readings of our scripts. And at the moment we have 7 scripts covering a broad range of human rights concerns, and they're made up of first-hand accounts of people who have been subject to human rights abuses. The great thing about it is that it's because it's economical, the actors volunteer. We don't have a set, we don't have a rehearsal period. We just get there on the day, use the space we're given, people come, and we do it. And you know, in that way we're able to reach a really, really broad range of people in all sorts of places.
Then I called out to the pilot. If you accept that I am going to die, if you take me back to Cameroon, that's fine. As long as you accept that on Judgment Day, all of my scenes will be basically transferred to you.
At which point the pilot decided, I will not have you on my plane.
Education is really about taking imaginative work into schools that explores human rights issues, but in a fictional way.
And I push open the gate that's built into the wall. It's big and rusty, it squeaks when I move it. And I see them. They're next to this big stone thing. Larissa's got her back to it, really shouting at her. Larissa's trying to defend herself, trying to say that
What you heard isn't right! No! I never said those things!
I want to call out, Larissa! It's okay, I'm over here!
But you don't!
We've done 2 plays for young people now. Separated, which was about unaccompanied young people coming to the UK, and then our newest play, Bind, which was funded by the Wellcome Trust. And that was looking at how individual rights and community responsibility operate together. And we use the idea of vaccination as a way into that. And we're looking at ways of developing our work for young audiences, about taking that further, taking that into theatres. So really taking the themes of our work and seeing how they can be applied in different ways. We've also got a participation strand which really has a dual aim. One of those aims is to support the communities whose stories we aim to tell. And our main project at the moment is a project called Children Together, which is working with under 5s who come from a refugee background and working with them in movement and play to give them a safe space in which they can be creative. And that's run by our associate artist Kieran Sheehan. The other side is working with writers to get them to explore human rights stories and to find really a platform for that work to be seen. We did have a competition called Protect the Human, playwriting competition, which we ran with Amnesty International. We've now developed that into a project called Everyone Has the Right, and that's a rolling script submission service. Any writer can send in play scripts that they feel fulfil the aim of exploring human rights stories. And the idea is that the best of those plays will get rehearsed readings, and then the most exciting playwrights are actually taken into full development with a dramaturg.
On the Record is a play about 6 individuals who have gone to great extremes to challenge the official version of the truth in their own countries, and they're journalists or photojournalists. We have collected a lot of the material based on what they've said, based on interviews, based on things that are on the public record about them, and crafted that into a script. Human rights are often dismissed as things that other people in far-flung countries and developing countries need, and we tend to have this sort of abstract view of human rights, but what we want to do is try and make them real and relevant to people's everyday lives.
It's a very rich theme, and using drama to explore that theme is a really, really good way, we feel, of unpicking what people see as a very complex area and contextualising human rights in a way that it often isn't contextualised, and actually humanising things that people find difficult or remove from them, as Christine said. I think our work is testament to the fact that it is a way of bringing people very, very close and bringing people back to the individual that's been affected, and in doing that makes it see how it is relevant to their own life.
And often you find that human rights issues and people who are being subject to human rights abuses are people who are ignored and sort of overlooked in society. We also aim to give a platform to those voices by looking at human rights issues in the way that we do. We believe that we can offer that platform.